Hey, what is going on YouTube? Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. And guys, we have quite the video for you guys here today. I was in my hotel room when none other than Mr. Dakota with an H tagged me on Discord here and linked the World of Warships Legends on Twitter. And guys, Legends is going mobile. We knew this for some time now, but before we get into the deep details of this video, I just want to make a little disclaimer. Before we bring out the torches and pitchforks, let me get through the video first. I know a few of you were probably fooled by the clickbait or the title, but welcome to Aaron's YouTube channel. If a video game going to mobile is truly your biggest problem in life, well, congratulations, you don't have a very difficult life. That being said, I know I'm going to get a lot of comments, both funny, both aggravated, and probably a lot of, maybe a few low IQ comments. I don't know. We've been having some pretty good comments, but let's go ahead and pin. We're going to go ahead and pin the best comment, and then we're going to point and laugh at that person. No, I'm just kidding. But let's go ahead and read this here, and we're not going to read it on X because it's the worst optimized website for, like PC and Mac. But regardless, here from the World of Warships Legends official Facebook page. Captains, get ready because we're coming for your phones. I just find that statement, ironic, but regardless, well, metaphorically speaking, we are set to unveil our mobile client to the world in late March, right after our next update drops. But if you don't want to miss out, pre-registration is already open, and then they have links here, which I will try to include, in the bottom of this video. With this, you'll be able to take your fleet wherever you go, quick battles while communicating anyone. Yeah, that's just not a great sentence. And then, of course, here's a cool little thumbnail. But I'm sure that people are going to be up in arms about this, torches and pitchforks on both sides. I was not a huge fan of Legends going to mobile. We've actually known this for some time now. I made a video like a year and a half, 2 years ago, kind of slamming Legends, or Wargaming, and I still hold the same opinion. However, it's really not a huge deal, and I'm going to get into the pros and the cons here in just a moment. But like I said, if your biggest problem is this, I suggest you go out and tackle more difficult tasks in life because it's really not a big deal. But like I said, I'm going to go into a few pros, a few cons, and then my true opinion at the end. So let's get right into it. The pros, I think, are they benefit me this week. I am traveling, like I said. Now, I did, ironically enough, I did bring my Xbox to the hotel room. So, but I know that a lot of people, I have a few good friends who are truck drivers, and they travel a lot, and people who travel for work, and this is just going to be a good way to keep your bureau updated. I mean, you could fix that by removing the bureau. It's honestly one of the shittiest things about this game. It's pay to wait to get your ship at the highest tier. They found a way to monetize the highest tiers, but this is going to be good for people that travel. And then the con to this is it's probably going to decrease gameplay a little bit. I don't think it's going to be that much, but I can imagine people are going to be, going on their extended break at work and playing a match on the toilet or with poor cell service, etc. That being said, there's a bunch of pros, there's a bunch of cons. Regardless, it's already happening, so I'm going to continue to keep playing the game. It's not like I'm making this video, I'm leaving Legends. I find it funny when, I've done one or two of those videos where I've gotten tired of the game and RNG. My last video, it does suck at times, but those people, they just feed off of the negativity until it kind of runs out, and then they don't have anything else left to do except continue to play the game or just leave. And then, as we've seen, those channels don't really do that well. But regardless of those facts, I don't think it's truly going to be that big of a deal. However, I do feel like Wargaming is just constantly pushing this stuff. And I want to use an analogy from my job that, I recently switched positions here, but I just feel like Wargaming, all of the development that went to mobile. Now, of course, we've had this argument before. The console development team is different than the mobile development team. However, you cannot tell me the money that went to mobile development could not have gone to a bigger console development. Someone was speaking recently on the nerfs and buffs, and we really haven't had any major nerfs or buffs or adjustment or balancing changes in a couple updates. And we've had a few, so I'm not, I understand those, but I really wish that they would just kind of focus more on, overall game balance instead of just adding things like this. And I want to use an analogy from work. I recently switched positions. and it's in a field of audiology, where the main part of the job is actually hearing aids and kind of hearing loss. And the company I'm with, we pride ourselves in continual care of the patient. And a lot of places, even specific, doctors who focus on these hearing aids, they just sell the hearing aid and the patient they don't get the aftercare. They don't get the continuation of care. And that really just, you're treating that person as a number instead of like a person. Now, of course, in order for a business to be successful, you have to get new people in the door, but I just find it better, and my job is like I said, it's kind of funny how, life just gives you these sets of circumstances and you can relate them back. As I age here, I find that, the more I know is you just want to be more pragmatic about a lot of situations. But when you treat people with respect and you give them that quality of care, they come back. They appreciate that, and especially when they're giving you a good chunk of money as potential, as it's been explained to me in this, in my new position. You want to just not treat them like a number, and I honestly feel like that's kind of what Wargaming is doing to us. Now, that being said, I really enjoy this game. I know that they have done things like add training rooms, they've added fleet battles, but it just feels a little too late to me personally. Now, again, that being said, I'm not quitting the game. I'm not saying that Wargaming is the worst developers ever. Like, if you look at EA and Madden and what is it, Sledgehammer and Call of Duty, I don't even know the developer anymore. It's the same story. They just try to milk people for everything instead of kind of pushing out that balance. Now, maybe I'm leaning more towards the negativity side in this video, and I know that people just don't want to listen to that, but that's honestly how I feel. There hasn't been any major changes. That we've added one map, which is good, but there hasn't been any significant changes to spawns in a little bit, and the gameplay just feels so stale. Now, of course, I have 22,000 battles, so anytime you play something 20,000 times, you're gonna get a sense of repetitism. That's not a word, but monotony, I guess, is a better word. But that's just how I feel. That's my opinion. It doesn't make it right. I know some people are going to be truly butthurt, and I'm just going to laugh because this video will be monetized and I'll be getting paid for it. But speaking of, people dipping, yeah. But that's the video, guys. Legends is going mobile, and those are my thoughts on it. Like I said, it's going to be beneficial for people who travel to keep their bureau updated. I do think it's going to potentially take a dip in gameplay. However, gameplay, in my opinion, has been taking a dip for a while, so nothing really is going to change that much. And like I said, if this is your biggest problem in life, I'm a little jealous of you because you probably don't have that many problems in life. But go touch some grass. But that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a like if you agreed it. Leave me a like if you didn't, or dislike it. It doesn't really matter. It all helps the YouTube algorithm anyway, so I hope to see you guys on stream soon. I'm exhausted from traveling, so I apologize for the lack of games for my members and for you guys. But anyway, stay good out there. Love you guys. Aaron out. Peace.